say, well, we took away the land of Mexico and we took away the land of the American Indians, and what is the only argument I have to that is, though, because the Europeans did come over, if you remember the Aztecs and Mayans, the Indians way back when, is that they sacrificed how many of their people daily, and they were uncivilized and thinking that death was a way to show their God that for rain or for whatever it was, that there was a benefit because of that, because the Europeans did mix into their societies, as well as the like American Indians. They did have wars with other tribes. They did fight. They did kill each other. It wasn't a total. The way that it's spun is that we want to believe that everything was peaceful and lush, and we came and we took over a country, and partially did, but it wasn't totally civilized. There was bloody battles and things that they already had, and that we put a stop to that too. So there's different ways to look at it, and just the economic situation of immigration or of the economy, it does play a role, and I think that we have to get a handle on. Now, the president just said that he wants to. If you look at the news as of yesterday, he's wanting to push forward a bill to make the 1.7 million immigrants or legal immigrants basically citizens or able to stay here with a legal standard or stamp. And, is that a good thing for our country? I don't have an answer on it because there's different perspectives on both. You could say, well, you're hurting people if you don't do that, and you're making them go back to their own country where they can't live a good life and they can't find a job. And I don't know if that subject will ever be one when it comes to immigration, because there's too many people that could be hurt either way because of it. But I think we need to secure our borders. I do that. I do.
Right, I agree. In a sense, it does affect our economy, and simply because of jobs being lost that Americans could have. One thing I feel about this is it's fine if you come over to our country, but just be legal. Period. That's the way I see it. If you're a legal immigrant, then that's fine. But it's the ones that aren't trying to be legal, that want to come over here and work and go back and bring the money back to Mexico, are the ones that I have a problem with. But I'm going to change subject real quick. Not actually change subject, but I want you. We got like 15 minutes left in the show. I want you to give me your take on all of this. I want you to tie everything together and tell me how you feel this is working towards the plan that these elite globalists have. Give me your scenario on how this is all tying into their plan as far as the BP oil spill, immigration, the middle class, everything. See if you can tie everything together for me.
Well, here's my analysis of the overall picture as of today, 2010. It had been many years ago that this was planned for our economy to fall or for the level that it is. I just don't think that things happen by chance. I don't think that you can have a negative economy, a Great Depression, and Goldman Sachs has record profits. If you know any business on how it's run, you don't make record profits just by accident. You make record profits because you do something to make your business better or to produce a better good or service and sell it to society. So I believe things were contrived through the Illuminati, through the New World Order. People can say it doesn't exist, but just remember back in 1990, I believe it was, George Bush Sr. talked about he had a speech of the New World Order, and you go and you tell people about it, and you hear it on a daily basis, even in the NMM. I can't say it. The guy, the rapper Eminem. Yeah, I say to that. If you remember his song, and I don't remember. I listened to it from like.
He said something to the effect that as we move forward toward a new world order.
That is correct. So even the pop stars and the musicians and the rappers are talking about the new world order. Even with Jay-Z doing his symbol with the pyramid, that all boils together. They're all a part of this group of people that. How can I say? It's it's all put together, that they have a plan, and it seems like it's been sped up because we feel that things are speeding faster and faster towards an event. Now, what that event is, I don't know, but I believe it has to do with bringing down our country to a level, but not scaring society so we don't jump off the boat, and then bringing in a world currency and a world government. We're one of the last free countries standing that's still considered free. Just
right.
that on Monday, the United Nations came up and said we need to get rid of the U.S. dollar and bring in a reserve currency, a new reserve currency, and encourage China and Russia to move towards that. Now, the United Nations is telling us that. Now, what does that do for our economy? The economy, basically, if we don't sell the dollar and we don't sell the treasury bills, we have massive inflation because we have to print money to pay for our debt, and that will continue and continue. So was the BP oil spill a part of this plan in order to bring down our country, to grind it to a halt? Already the economy's bad. I mean, like everyone can see it. We all know we're in like a depression. It seems like it's moving toward that, and the BP oil spill was just the nail in the coffin, where if people start to drop dead because of the chemicals inland, I mean, even 100, 200, 300, 400 miles north of where it's at, and the tourism dies and these things die, we will beg our government to help us through being like impoverished, I guess, with welfare and become a socialistic state. I mean, just look at the people that are surrounding our president in the administration. We have people that believe in socialism and communism as a way to help society, and the only way to get to that level is to grind us down to the point where we beg for something because we're living on welfare. And I think that's where it's actually going. If you look at the jobs lost overseas and all the manufacturers that shut down, look at Detroit and just how that has all collapsed on itself. And, you know, you just look at so many different avenues. I mean, people that were making $100,000 doing some great management role at a big company are flipping burgers at Burger King, but they're considered employed. So the employment picture is 20, 30, 40 times worse than what it is. If they say it's 9.5, most likely it's in the upper 20s to about 30%, based upon people that were making good deal money aren't making, or they're underemployed now. But this can all be looked at if you just really sit back and you take every event and everything that's happening. And I know it's hard for most people to do that, and even I have a hard time trying to put it all together, but I think it's a plan. I really believe it's a plan on our society to bring it down. It's heading in that direction, and the BP was a nail in the coffin to do that, to truly bring us down. And when they do the evacuations, if that happens, which I believe they will have to, unless they choose not to for some sinister reason why, but I mean, if people are getting sick and people are dying, I would assume that would be the thought of the time, that, hey, you know what, things are really bad, I need to get out of here because I want to live. But it seems like there is a plan on all this, and it's not easy to see.
I can only agree with you 100%. It does seem like that. I mean, everybody that listens to this show, we all agree on the one thing, that there is a plan in motion to destroy our American sovereignty and to bankrupt America and to bring us into a socialist state. I am a Bible-believing Christian, so I tend to believe that this is all done to bring in the one world dictator, the Antichrist. That's what I believe. That's what the Bible talks about. All this stuff is in the Bible. It's Bible prophecy. So there are people that are just constitutionalists, that believe that we should have a constitution and our rights and all that stuff. And then there's us on the other side that believe in what the Bible says and how this is all is being proven by what the Bible says. The Bible prophesied all this stuff, and it's all coming true. We have to learn I think we have to learn how to be together at the same time. You know, there's two separate entities here. There's the Bible-believing Christians, and there's the people that aren't into the religious aspect of it, but they know that our sovereignties are being taken. We're both fighting for the same thing, basically. How do you feel about that?
I would agree to 100%. I was raised in like a Lutheran church, raised